I gave am I okay? Am I okay? I gave pediatric, wait, why can't I say it? Ah.
For rash concerning for HCV infection.
Maybe I couldn't fall asleep again. Been overthinking all the little things I've said. I'm sleep deprived, almost
Are common bugs, so an acute mastocytitis, we usually see same as what we would see for strep pneumo, strep pyogenes, staph, H. flu, and then sometimes Zika bacterium.
Shouldn't be sleeping when it's daylight now and I'm stuck in my bed. Daylight now and I'm stuck in my head. Cause I've been stressing out all on my own when I should make my way out. My home is daylight now, gotta open my eyes. Daylight now, can't be wasting my time just thinking about what I should be thinking of. And it's about time that I get it. Days up staying in the same bed. I need a kickstart just to change this. I don't.
Hello, my name is Lauren if you are new here, and I am a third-year medical student. And if you're not new, then welcome back. I am speaking to you for the first time today. It was a really busy morning. It was my first day back since winter break, and we all know how that goes. But oh my god, the person in front of me's trunk just opened. Oh my god! Oh my god! People are trying to kill me! What the heck? What the freak? Guys, no. Am I safe? Whoa, this truck just tried to run me over. Why is all this happening on camera? Okay. Okay. I don't even know what to say after that. All right, let's get back on track. I need to turn the heat down because I'm now sweating. I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine. The car gods are always looking out for me, knock on wood, with the crazy drivers in this city. It's like really ridiculous. I had my last full day of pediatrics today. How insane. I am inpatient, if you couldn't tell. So I'm in the children's hospital, helping to take care of the little babies and little kids and big kids who are having some sort of acute issue and have to be hospitalized for it. Hold on, let's just vlog when I'm in a little more of a tame situation. It is the next day, Wednesday, and it is 4:30 p.m. I'm about to head to the hospital for a night shift actually, but because my shelf is 2 days from now and Thursday, the day before my shelf, we usually work until 12. Our night shift tonight is only half a night. So it's only from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I will be sleeping in my apartment tonight, which is very nice. I just stopped vlogging yesterday in the car because I actually almost died. And when I got home, I just was editing my winter break vlog. I didn't study yesterday, which was my plan. The rest of today and tomorrow is gonna be very rough, study-wise. I don't wanna say the C word, but it's giving cram. But anyways, let's go to the hospital and take care of some little kids. I walked in. The first words they said to me were, go home. Where's my phone for the evidence? So you can see the time. Can you see it? It's 5:09. My shift started at 5. I literally walked in. The other medical student was already in the room. And as I'm opening the door, I hear them saying to her, who would know that you're here? I was like, now, those words from the wrong person sound very dangerous, but from your residents, it sounds like a lovely invitation. I know I've spoken zero about this rotate. Honestly, my entire peds series, this vlog and last vlog, as far as showing you the clinical stuff, has been a joke. Sorry, I'm really just filming in real time. This is just what's happening. The night shifts on this rotation are from 5 p.m. to 8-ish a.m. At this specific rotation, this specific hospital, what they have the med students do is you wait until there's an admission and you go and take the history of the admission, you do your physical, and then you write up your note, you prepare to present the patient, you create a differential diagnosis to say like it could be this, this, and this for these different reasons, these things are ruled out, that type of thing. And once you do your admission, they let you go to sleep. And then in the morning, you wake up. We usually are ready to round with the attending physician at, I think, I only did this one time. So I don't know if it's at like 7:30 or at 7:45 or something like that. I think like just before 8. You wake up with enough time to see your patient again in the morning. Make sure your presentation is finalized. You present the patient to the attending. You go with the attending and the rest of the team to go see the admissions that were brought in overnight. Like you go see all of them together and then you go home. So coming in on a half night shift in this rotation from 5 to 10, when I wouldn't be here in the morning to present the patient that I would admit, is kind of silly because like I wouldn't even see an attending in this 5 to 10 block of time. I hope that makes sense. I think it makes sense. And if nobody comes until like 9:30, I'm just sitting in the room until 9:30 or whenever someone comes. But yeah, if no one came at all, then it would just be like kind of like waste of time. That's what they were saying. So they said like, please just go home and study for yourself. So they sent us home and I'm so happy. Like I'm over the moon. They kept saying, sorry that you drove all the way here. And I'm like, I'm not complaining. I have no complaints. I'm so grateful that they are telling me to go home. I really can spend the next rest of today and tomorrow studying, which I can't even describe to you how much I need that. I need that time. So I was trying not to show too much studying in this vlog only because I don't want my vlogs to be too repetitive. Let me know if you feel like they're getting kind of repetitive with like all the study clips. I don't know. I mean, this is very medicine heavy channel, so of course I'm going to be studying all the time. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking. Like if you want me to switch things up, if you want to see things I'm not showing you, if you think I'm showing you too much of something, please, would love your feedback. So I'm gonna go home. I'm so happy. I'm gonna go home. I'm going to take off these scrubs and take a shower, and then I am just gonna have a real study session. I haven't had a real grinded study session since Monday. It's Wednesday, as I said. My biggest concern, aside from the shelf, I wanted my winter break vlog to go up today, but it took forever to save. The video was still uploading to YouTube when I left, and of course I had to bring my laptop, so I was just gonna have it finish uploading while I'm here, and it was like 85% done. I've done that before, like brought my laptop somewhere else. Brought my laptop somewhere else and like had it finish uploading and it was fine, but I'm just hoping it doesn't start over because I really want to get that up today because it's January 3rd and there's Christmas stuff in there, and of course New Year's, but the Christmas stuff, like the clock's ticking to get that content out. So those are our goals for today. I have to finish the thumbnail. It has to upload, which is something passively that I don't have to do actively, so that can go live. And then I'm halfway through a practice exam. We're gonna finish the practice exam. We're gonna go over the practice exam, and then we're gonna see where we're at. I've already eaten dinner, like I've already done all the things, so let's just like grind it out for the rest of the night. morning. Happy day before the exam day. It is 10:11 and I am packing my bag so I can go study at school all day. I'm gonna bring my laptop, iPad. The state of my apartment when I fell asleep last night, I fell asleep reviewing my practice exam, so I didn't finish reviewing it. I'm gonna bring my mouse. I have my portable laptop elevator in here already. I have my full water bottle. Oh, I was gonna put my camera back in there, but I need to put my camera in the bag first, so I'll put that in last. And then I'm actually bringing lunch. I never bring lunch anywhere because I'm just not grown up enough to like have prepared a lunch usually, but I have my dad's curry that he made. I have some of that I'm gonna bring for lunch because we're literally gonna be there all day. The practice exam actually didn't go bad. I high passed it, but I don't trust the score. Like, it was a little, let me get closer to you. I just feel like we're really far away. It was a little, I don't like the word easy. I don't like that word because to me, easy implies like it was so easy for me, it should be so easy for you. And that's where the comparison mindset gets in people's heads. But it was like a little too straightforward, I think. And I don't trust it, so I'm not gonna feel too confident based on my score from last night. I'm gonna see what happens with the second one, and then I'll like, if they're both in the same area, then I'll feel a lot better actually about my situation. The plan for today is I'm going to school right now. First thing we're gonna do when we get there is grab breakfast, coffee, and I've been craving like a juicy smoothie type of situation, so I'm also gonna get a smoothie. So I'm gonna be walking with 2 drinks from one building to another building, which is, hi baby. Malco has come to announce himself, but the camera's way too high, you can't even see his tail. Then I'm going to study in building 1, I'll just call it, and oh, there he is, nice. Study in building 1. I have to finish reviewing my practice exam from last night. I have to do another exam, which is Form 7, just so we're keeping track of which ones I'm doing. And then I want to review that exam, then maybe break for lunch and move to a different building and then do Form 8, which is the most recent form, and then review that. And then come home. That's the plan. It sounds like a lot, but it also doesn't sound like a lot because I have all day. But you all know how I am. You all know how it goes for me. Time-wise, my goal is to get all the school stuff done by 4. I don't want to be doing practice exam stuff after 4 because with internal medicine, I was so burnt out just from the rotation. And then I was burnt out the day before the exam. So on the day of the exam, I was super burnt out and it took me 8 years to complete the exam and I did run out of time. And I was like, you know, for the last couple, so we don't want that to happen tomorrow. Look at this bad little baby. Baco, can I help you? Don't push that off. Baco, why do you like this? I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm not used to like, usually I throw my hair up in a ponytail since it's like, you know, not bone straight, but I decided to be a little cuter today. Let's go.
On the basics, but it's keeping me feeling so amazing. Stop going, stretch, brush my hair, always looking like a mess. Oh, and maybe I could go and do the rest. Give it a little more fit.
And then I just had one more thing. Can I also have the Mangalicious smoothie? Sure.
Day and night, never feel my best. I know, oh well, but this time will not be the same. It's still now and I'm stuck in my bed. Still now and I'm stuck in my head. Cause I've been stressing out all on my own when I should make my way out. It's still now, gotta open my eyes. Still now, can't be wasting my time just thinking about what I should be thinking of. And it's about time that I get up.
The poor guy at like the little coffee cafe place, I'm ordering all these things and like I was the first person to come in line, and by the time he was done there was like 6 people behind me. Like, sorry sorry. Let's try this smoothie though. It's called Mango-licious, and it has mango, strawberry, agave, coconut milk, and maybe one other thing. But let's try it. The color is beautiful. It's good. It's really good. Nice. All right, let's get studying.
Terrible things started happening when you walked away. So that's why I stay right here. Cause when all of my dreams seem so out of reach, you're crystal clear. You don't disappear, baby. No. So why would I unfollow you when you're the only thing unhallowed me? And why would I try to hide the truth when I feel so empty without you? It's getting a little bit out of control. The way you look so good without trying it out. And this addiction isn't good for my health, but I don't wanna spend another night by myself. Cause I know that I would be dumb to let you go. So why would I unfollow you when you're the only thing unhallowed me? And why would I try to hide the truth when I feel so?
That second practice exam felt a little more realistic. Yeah, it didn't go as well. I got 2 more questions wrong than I did on the first one, and that was enough to draw me into just the pass range, so from high pass to pass. But the exam felt more realistic, so I'm glad I'm not in danger of not passing based on these 2 exams. So it's kind of just like, can I make it into the high pass range tomorrow, which I think I can. I just had my little vending machine run. We went with double sweet today, but I have like Cheez-Its in my bag. And now I'm gonna review this practice exam. Also, ask me what time it is. It's 4 p.m. Did I finish my practice exam stuff before 4 p.m? Obviously not. I mean, did anyone think I could do it? Not really, no. I'm gonna go through this as fast as possible so I can start the next one, get it over with, go through that, and then go home. I'm gonna move buildings after I finish going through this because it's so cold right here and I'm ready to leave this building.
So why would I unfollow you when you're the only thing unhallowing me? Why would I go and hide the truth when I feel?
Just finished going over my practice exam, 5:31. I would like to go home. I'm tired. My head hurts. I already know what I'm gonna do, but the battle that I'm facing is like, last exam I did too much the day before the exam and it cost me the day of the exam. It cost me. And now I'm like, do I go home? Do I not do the third one? That's what I want to do. Maybe that would be the smarter option. I don't know, but the stubborn person in me is like, I need to take one more. I think if I high pass the second one, I wouldn't take another one. I would just maybe like read the answers of the third one, but I just feel like I need to do the third one, which means I'm not going to go home for several more hours, which is not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. But if I high pass this next one, I'll feel really okay going into tomorrow. I thought I would be in a much worse position, honestly, like just because this vlog has been so disjointed with the breaks, but anyways, it's time to leave this building, which I'm very excited to do, and go to the other building, which they've remodeled the first floor, and I'm like, where did all this stuff come from? It looks so nice in there. I kind of want to sit in this little booth that's new. Let's go. Good morning, happy Friday, and happy exam day. It's giving spooky. I may or may not be shaking, but let's go take this exam.
3 hours later.
You know, it actually was not that bad. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. It really wasn't that bad. Listen, let me tell you, I was shaking after the third practice exam because it went the opposite way that I wanted it to go. And I'm so happy that it's over. Hopefully the way that I feel matches my score, and my score is good. We'll find out on Monday. For the rest of the vlog and for the rest of the day, I am once again being mixy. If you saw my winter break vlog, then you get the joke. I actually have plans to go to lunch and then plans to go to dinner with someone different. So for lunch, I'm spending time with a newer friend who's a classmate, so I probably won't really vlog it just because, you know. Then I'm going to dinner with Daphne. We may or may not also go to the movies and see, I think it's called Anyone But You, the new Sydney Sweeney movie. This is the fit. Not that it's anything crazy. These are like some of my go-to pants. They're so comfortable. Then I'm wearing this bomber, and then I'm wearing a real jacket on top of this. It's just because this is sleeveless. I don't have any good sleeve shirts. I need to get some.
From far away she looks so good. Grew up in the same neighborhood, and that's how to rub salt in the wound. Spend a few hours on the reservoir. Never broke a bone, so I'm gonna try hard to prove you wrong.
Wait. Oh my god. What? How do we get in? How do we get in? How do we get in? We bought the movie ticket in there. How do we get to the theater? We made it inside. It is time to close out this vlog and wrap up this rotation. Disclaimer, anything that I say in this wrap up is just based off of my own opinions, experiences, and thoughts with pediatrics and with my rotation, which was a very limited 5 weeks. I am not trying to say that what I say now reflects all pediatric rotations, all pediatricians, or just all pediatric medicine in general. It's very limited to what I saw, what I did, and how that all made me feel. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just talk it out here. Find out if I'm gonna be a pediatrician. For diagnoses, I gave peds an 8 out of 10. It actually has a really wide variety of diagnoses. They always say to us that pediatric medicine is not the same thing as adult medicine in smaller humans. Peds actually have a totally different physiology and, like, depending on their age, even anatomy and everything. So it's a pretty unique set of diagnoses for peds, and it has a very wide variety, especially because you start all the way from like birth defects up to things you can get up to 21. Excitement. I gave excitement for peds a 5 out of 10. It's not exciting. Like, oh, does that sound bad? First of all, I went in with an open mind. I was actually excited about the rotation. I did have like a small part of me that was like, can this rotation sway me into wanting to be a pediatrician? I kind of thought I would be 50% practicing medicine and 50% like playing with children. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I thought it was gonna be like. And even if I didn't love like pediatric medicine, I just thought like the cute little kids would like help me enjoy the rotation more. But honestly, you don't get to see cute little kids as much as you would think. You don't spend as much time with them as you would think. For inpatient medicine, you really don't get to spend a lot of time with the kid. So like you can't even like see the kid be cute and be cute with the kid, you know? And I know that's not all what pediatrics is. Like it's all about cute kids. It's about like, you know, healing sick kids and keeping healthy kids well. I think that kind of like disappointed me. And then for outpatient, you get to spend more time with the kids and like the babies. I feel like for peds, the excitement is cute kids. It just didn't live up to my expectations, I guess. There's really no other like excitement. And I always define excitement as like the unexpected. Like it's not necessarily good excitement. It could be bad excitement. Patient relationship, 7.5 out of 10. Sorry, I don't know why this is so overexposed. I don't know what's going on. 7.5 out of 10, which I think is actually pretty good. As you can imagine, unless you move away or you change pediatricians, you're seeing these children from the time they're born, like days after they're born, all the way up until they're 18 to 21. I think it depends on the office. There are rules with the age of when you kind of age out of peds. So you can build really, really strong relationships with your patients. You're seeing them at such a pinnacle, like developmental time of their life. And pediatrics is unique in that you talk about every single aspect of your life with your pediatrician, because everything is really important. From the time they're babies, you're asking the parent about their physical movements, you're asking about things that they're saying, you're asking about their social interactions, just things that you don't necessarily focus on in adult medicine. And then the kid might grow a little bit and they're in school and you're asking about how they're doing in all of the subjects at school, because you might figure out that they have a specific learning disorder or something like that. And then as the kid gets older and they're teen age, you're asking about gender identification and sexuality and everything, just to make sure that the child doesn't feel confused and that they don't have a space to voice their confusion or like to voice their questions. And I think that's really unique, because I don't think that that happens in adult medicine, because in adult medicine you're not developing in the same way. So I like that about patient relationship with peds. You can build strong relationships with your patients, strong relationships with their parents and their siblings if you're seeing them as well. When the child is old enough to be, I guess, go to adult medicine, you've helped them grow so much and you've watched them grow, and then you have to send them off into the world to an adult doctor. And for me, I think that would be maybe a little hard, because I have abandonment issues. Like why? I don't know. I don't know why, but I do. I do. So I might feel like a little abandoned if I was like sending all my patients off after a certain number of years. I think there is beauty in that, with being able to like grow a person into a whole adult and then, you know, letting them fly. That sounded so stupid. You know, like, you know. I didn't know which category to talk about this in, but peds, in addition to like geriatric medicine, is one of those very unique specialties where your patient might not be able to take care of themselves, and it's that much more important for the doctor to take a good history, do a good physical exam, and really practice amazing medicine to make sure that they're not missing anything, because babies can't talk and children might be uncomfortable to like say what's going on. But with that, there's certain instances where a parent might not be doing what's best for the child, and then you have to decide if it's severe enough to get child protective services involved, and like maybe the child has to be removed from the household and get a different like guardian, or be adopted by someone else or fostered by someone else. When that happens, and I did see in inpatient 2 examples actually of children who might not have been in the safest households, and then we have to figure out how to deal with that. I I think that's just like a very hard thing to deal with, and it's just so heartbreaking. And it's one of those things where like in the moment you just want to take the patient, like take the kid, and like just say, you know what, I'm just going to take care of this kid for the rest of my life, because I can't go home and sleep at night knowing that they are in the situation that they're in. And you can't do that, obviously, because you just can't. So you have to find other ways, but it's not like the legal system always works for every child. Non-accidental trauma, which is basically the same thing as like physical child abuse or sexual abuse, like anything like that. When those patients would come in to outpatient or inpatient, it just is really hard, and it's something that I don't think I could do. And I definitely respect the pediatricians out there that have like made that their mission to take care of kids who are so vulnerable in those aspects. Lifestyle. I gave am I okay? Am I okay? I gave wait, why can't I say it? I gave pediatrics a 7 out of 10. Their lifestyle's pretty good. It's kind of like standard lifestyle, especially if you just do outpatient. It's like 9 to 5 type of situation. If you do inpatient and outpatient, then your hours are a little different. I'm not fully sure if you do all inpatient, if it's similar to internal medicine where you work 1 week off, 1 week on. It seemed like that might have been the situation, but I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to say that that's what it is. But yeah, overall, good lifestyle. The shelf. Let me tell you, the last clip that you saw before I told you I'm going to take my exam, you know, I'm studying, I'm at school. I told you my first practice exam was here, my second practice exam was here, and then I scored my third practice exam, cut the camera off, stopped filming because it didn't go well. I barely passed it, and I couldn't even bring myself to like say that on camera because I was so disheartened and I had gotten so sad just like studying the night before the exam, and it seems like it wasn't gonna go well in the real thing. Now, I go in, I take the exam. When I was taking it, I was like, okay, this actually isn't that bad. Like, it doesn't feel bad. It was nowhere near as hard as internal medicine. Like, I felt like, you know, things were going well. Got my score a couple of days later, and I actually did really well. And to the point where I had to check that my name was at the top of the score sheet because I was just like, there's just no way. That's what I got. I was 2 percentage points below honoring the exam, which I've never been that close to honoring an exam before. I really don't know what happened. So how do I rate the shelf? I gave it an 8 out of 10. I heard it was a really hard shelf, and I obviously, I don't want to say it was hard, but I don't want to say it was easy. Like, I don't know. 8 out of 10, medium shelf. The practice exams were way harder than the real thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I just went in and like turned on every brain cell and just like went in there and did that on the real day. I really don't know what happened, but yeah, it's not the hardest one, I would say. It's not the easiest one either, but yeah, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Oh God, so funny. Big shock there. We're flying through this. I didn't think I was gonna say a lot about this. I hope you don't think I'm like shortchanging this wrap up. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe there's not that much to say. I think the more I like a rotation, the more I have to say about it. And for peds, which I'm about to say with my overall score, I just don't feel like there's that much to say, I guess. But if you have questions and I didn't answer them, please feel free to leave them in the comments below or DM me, because I don't want it to seem like I'm not explaining enough, but I just feel like, what is there to say? Yeah. Overall, sorry peds, I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. I didn't like it, like it wasn't for me. I don't know, I really went into it like with an open mind. As I said, I really was like, what if I delulu myself into choosing pediatrics? Like I really went into it that way, and I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. I didn't wake up excited to go in. I didn't like being in. I just didn't like it at all, and I'm so shocked by that. And nobody did anything to me. Like the pediatricians that I worked with were great. Everyone was nice. The pediatrician seemed happy. I don't want to be in a rotation where the attendings are not happy, you know what I mean? Because like to me, if you're not happy and you're exactly where you've worked so hard to get and you're like not happy doing it, like I don't want to do a specialty like that. So they were really happy. The patients were great. The parents were great. I didn't like it. It's not for me. I really think like there's nothing more to say. Sorry, peds. You're not gonna see Dr. Smith pediatrician in the future. I think another thing that is hard of when I had peds, like the timing of it in my schedule, is my rotation before this was internal medicine, and the patients in internal medicine are so complicated because they have all of these chronic conditions. They have so much stuff going on. And when you're talking about their plan and you're like typing a note for their plan, the plan for what needs to be done for that patient literally might be like a page and a half, 2 pages long. And for peds, because they're a relatively healthy population, there of course are some exceptions of children with a lot of diagnoses that started when they were born or when they were young, but relatively children are a healthy patient population. So the plan might be like 5 lines. So for me, coming from like internal medicine where I'm like all the time, like running around, everything is turning in my head, like I'm thinking so hard, to something where it's a baby and they have RSV or a viral respiratory infection and they're on oxygen and the entire plan is just to like wean their oxygen. It wasn't stimulating enough. I think that explains it more. I wasn't stimulated enough in peds, and I'm not saying it's an easy profession or an easy specialty at all, but for me, it doesn't stimulate what I need to be stimulated in my head day to day for me to want to pick it for the rest of my life. Okay, I think that was a good explanation. Okay, well, this wraps up the last pediatric vlog and the entire pediatric rotation. Shockingly enough, I have only 1 shelf exam and 1 core rotation left. Like there's just 1 rotation between me and 4th year. Shockingly. Someone asked me yesterday what year I am in medical school, and I actually almost told them 4th year. Like, who do I think I am? But I actually almost am a 4th year. So the last core rotation is family medicine. That will not be the next vlog though, because I'm gonna film my elective, which I start next week, and that will be GI or gastroenterology. I will see you then. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the peds vlogs. I know they weren't crazy eventful, but that's the nature of peds. No shade, no shade. It's the nature of how my pediatric rotation went. If you liked the video, please like the video. Give me a thumbs up. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you for watching. Bye.